All right, y'all. So I was talking with this young lady yesterday, and the conversation was about like on social media. There's a lot of people saying that like, you're not a real guy if your woman works. Like your woman shouldn't work, and if your woman works, it's question. It's like really a knock against guys. Like you're not a provider. If your woman works, and that was so we were talking about that yesterday, and I've seen some of the people on social media, the guys who say that, and I think it's foolish. I think it's, I'm going to tell you why it's foolish, and I'm going to tell you why it's nonsense. It's nonsense. It really is. Now, context matters here too. We're not talking about like a husband and a wife. When I see these people on social media talking about it, nothing about their conversations gives going before God, praying to God that this is the right man you're marrying if you're a woman, and praying to God that this is the right wife you're marrying if you're a man, right? Nothing about their conversations that I'm listening to and that I'm seeing gives those vibes that we're talking about something sacred, marriage. I've heard people say about just dating, or you're shacking up, or you're just in a relationship. So these are not even like spiritually sanctioned relationships we're talking about. So that right there is a red flag for me. That already got me thinking, okay, this is I already see the side that I'm leaning on, because we're just talking about, this is just like people's views and people's way of doing things, right? Not God's way. That's what I'm saying. It's not God. To me, when I hear the conversations, none of it says godliness. None of it is giving off God vibes. So my antenna's already up. But here's why it's stupid too. So again, women not working. If you're a guy, you got a woman. Your woman shouldn't work. If your woman works, you're not that good of a provider. You're mediocre or whatever. It's a knock against guys, and so here's the thing though. The reason why it's interesting, because women. Speaking to the women, y'all remember all the movements. Remember during World War I or World War II, Rosie the Riveter. I think it was World War II, right? Rosie the Riveter, which was a movement, which is a symbol of women's strength, women stepping up, holding it down, right? When men are at war, women come to the forefront, blah, 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 So you guys fought for that. Then you had the Susan B. Anthony's, I don't agree with all that feminist movement, but it is what it is. It was what it was, right? You guys got all the right to, equal pay. You fought for that. That was a movement. And I'm sure all women of some intelligence understand that was blood, sweat, and tears. Y'all fought to get that equal right to be able to make money, right? Without going into the details, again, there's nuances involved, but I'm just saying the gist of it is that there were movements fought for women to have women's suffrage, rights to vote, rights to the this, rights to the that, the labor force, the workforce, etc., etc. And now today we're here, like, I see a lot of black women arguing for the right to go back into subservience. That's what essentially, that's what women are arguing. It's interesting how the mind is so malleable. It could be molded and shaped in any different direction if you're not strong. And I'm seeing how these women are letting their minds be molded in pre these movements, right? Before these movements, all these rights, these fights that y'all fought for. Now y'all saying, hey, take back all these rights and put us back in the kitchen. Put us back in the kitchen. Put us back, into breeders. Make us breeders. We're only here. We want to stay home, have your babies out of wedlock, right? And and cook and have your dinner ready when you come home. It's interesting how that ideology is being wrapped. And there's the political saying, a lipstick on a pig is still a pig. It's being wrapped and lipsticked up and gifted back to you guys as some kind of as a win. It's a win. Oh, look, you're a trophy wife. You go to you look at the reality TV shows. You're a housewife. You stay home, get the BBLs, get the Botox lips, and fix this. And when I come home, you're in the kitchen half naked. And don't you see what's happening to y'all? Look, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna tell you what brothers ain't gonna like me for this one. Let me tell you what it is. It's men who are deeply insecure, men who are terrified, men who have been hurt. And we all been hurt. I've been brokenhearted a million times over. I've been crushed many times. But it's not about what life happens. It's not about what happens to you in life. It's how you respond to life. These are men who have been crushed, broken, smithered, smashed emotionally, psychologically, physically, some financially, that has said, you know what? We're tired of it. We're no longer going to chill. Lead us to Neo. We want to talk to Morpheus. Give us the red pill. That's what that is. Men who have been so broken and have not learned how to recover correctly and appropriately, and how to like transform the negatives and how to use it, have said, look, we know that's it. We're standing up. We're fighting back. We're not going to chill. Where is Morpheus? We choose the red pill. That's what that is. It's a red pill movement to trick. Now, here's the thing. If a lion, if I stay with me here, use your imagination. I have an amazing, let's call it a jungle. And in this jungle, I have everything that a lion could want. Everything that the lion could want. But I have to, because I have the things that the lion want, I set terms. I say to the lion, look, I'll let you chill in this jungle every single day, but each day you chill in my jungle, you gotta give me one of your teeth. And the lion is stupid. So the lion goes, okay, I get to have a relax in this amazing jungle. All I gotta do is give you a fang. No problem. So the lion rips out a teeth, gives it to me. And I let him chill in the jungle. Next day, he rips out another teeth, gives it to me. I let him chill in the jungle. And this goes on for weeks. Eventually, the lion has no teeth left. I conquer him. Let that sink in. I'm defanging the lion because my agenda is to take the mane, to completely have him subjected. And the only thing the lion has that I'm afraid of is those fangs. So if I could defang the lion, I no longer need to fear him. And not only do I need to fear him, I control him. He can't fight back. He can't say nothing. If I tell him to jump, that lion going. If I say sit, bro, I've completely de-weaponized him of his only defense, which is his fangs. That's what's happening to you, ladies. Don't y'all see it? That's what's happening to you. When men are saying, oh, yes, come live in this beautiful mansion. I'm going to build a fence to keep the bad guys out. Perspective, ladies. He's not building a fence to keep the bad guys out. He's building a fence to keep you in. That beautiful mansion, what you call a palace, it's really a prison. It's really a prison. You've been defanged. You're the lion in the analogy, and he's ripped your tooth out. You can't defend yourself. The power of the purse. He who controls the power creates codependency, ladies. So if he has the power of the purse, you're not working. You are codependent. He is grooming you. He is fashioning you to have a codependent psychology. Codependency in terms of psychology, codependency in terms from a psychological perspective, neuroscience, it's actually a mental illness. Codependency is not a healthy way of thinking or living. What he is doing, he's grooming you to be a codependent dependent. So you're going to depend on him when you want your nails done. You're going to depend on him when you want your hair done. All of your financial needs has to go through him. You might sit there initially and you're happy. Yeah, girl, slay, girl. Yeah, I ain't got to work. I get to stay home. I get to, be on social media. I get to, drive around. I go get my nails done, get my BBL. Hey, hot girl, summer, blah, blah. It's the lion being duped. You're being duped because the reality is, once you agree to that, he is going to, and this is not even if, he is going to completely dominate you. He is going to eventually beat your he's going to beat you up. You're going to get physically abused. One, you're already being psychologically abused because he's already defanging you. He's removing your fangs. He's taking each teeth out of your mouth. So that's psychological abuse right there. He's controlling the power of the purse. He has all autonomy. He has complete autonomy. Complete autonomy, meaning complete control over the purse. And he who controls the purse controls the land. So he's already psychologically setting you up for emotional abuse, financial abuse, mental abuse, all the abuses you're being set up for. So he's already laying the groundwork. You ain't got to work. And a lot of women are inveigled. Inveigled means to be enticed by that idea. I get to relax. I get to live a life of luxury and leisure. In this world, there's no such thing as a free lunch. And if you think, oh, I'm his woman, I'm giving him sex, I'm giving him head, I'm giving him this, that, whatever, even let's go, I'm giving him babies. If you think that that's going to give you the satisfaction of the luxury of leisure and the free lunch, you are in for a rude awakening. Because I'm telling you, the minute you start, you try to revolt or rebel or say or put your foot or have some kind of voice, you're going to get beat up. A lot of these guys who are spreading this, you go check their police records. A lot of them got they got DVs, domestic violence cases. A lot of these guys are doing this. They physically abuse y'all. Y'all are getting beat up. And if you're not getting beat up, wait for it. Wait for it. It's going to come. That's why a lot of these brothers want y'all. And another thing, I'm going to tell you another thing. The reason why a lot of these men want to keep y'all dociled and tamed, I'm using these words intentionally because that's what's happening to you, is because a lot of us, and brothers are going to be mad at me for this one. I'm probably lose my gentleman's club card, but I don't want to be a part of the club anyway. A lot of these brothers, they're afraid that you're going to go out there and find somebody else. They're afraid that another dude's going to snatch you up. Because first of all, you're probably a baddie, if we're going to use that term. You know, that's why he's promising you this luxury, because you're probably one of those women that, you know, you're probably a very attractive woman. And if the more attractive you are, guys understand, we men know that the same way we were drawn to you, there's going to be 1,000 other dudes out there. When you leave the house to go to work, whether it's on the train, whether you're taking public transportation, whether you're driving, it doesn't matter, because there's work husbands, right? He knows there's guys on your job where you're going to be working that's going to be trying to talk to you, that's going to be trying to pull you away. All men understand this. Everything a man has, someone else wants. That's just a law. Everything you have, somebody else wants it. It's a law. It's a law that's always in motion, always constant. So every man understands that. Some men are just very insecure and don't know how to overcome that. And the way they overcome that is by telling you, hey, you ain't got to go to work. What he's really saying is, I don't want that other guy that's taller than me, that might have a six pack, the other guy that might have that might just have more game than me, more attractive than me. Because every man knows there's always a better guy out there. It is what it is. I'm 6'3". There's a guy that's 6'5". There's a guy that's 6'7". It's all relative. There's always something, and we use the term better loosely, because better, we could argue, that's another conversation. How do you define better? What's better, right? The more we're going to use that loosely though, just to give an idea that there's always something out there. There's always somebody that looks better than you. There's always someone that has more money than you. There's always someone that's shorter than you, taller than you, slimmer than you. Whatever the case is, Baskin Robbins, right? There's 31 flavors, right? Multiple flavors, and a lot of us who are insecure in ourselves and not confident in who we are, and not confident and know who we are as men, as children of God, as men of God, that insecurity is projected on to the woman, and you ain't got to work. That's a projection of his insecurity, trying to keep you imprisoned and locked up, because he understands that other men out there, and he knows you. Most men know their women. They know what you like. Us men know what our women like. We know what kind, especially if you're a guy that got a woman because of your resources. If you're a guy that got a woman because of money, you're deeply insecure in that relationship. You are that. No matter how much he masquerades confidence, when he lays down at night and it's just him and his thoughts, he is haunted by the fact that my woman is only here because of my resources. And if another guy, I know the kind of woman I have. She's attracted not to me, but to what I have. And I know there's other guys out there that have more than me. She's going to be gone. She's susceptible, vulnerable to be snatched away easily, because everybody could get snatched away. I don't care who you are. No matter how much a woman love you, we go all get snatched away. But it's to what degree, to what extent, how easy. Guys know how easy a woman can be drawn away. So I'm just giving you ideas. These are some of the things that's coming out on you, women. Women, these are some of the things that are being projected onto you in the form of, hey, you ain't got to work, you can stay at home. Because that guy knows that means that's less reasons for you to be outside. Those are less reasons for you to be walking the streets, he's going to supply everything you want. He's going to try to meet all your needs. And the goal is not so that you can be comfortable in luxury and live a life of luxury, is so that you are not exposed to competition. He's not exposed to the competition out there. No matter how much money, here's the thing, psychology is interesting. You can see a guy that has all the money in the world, so to speak, rich guy, loaded. And the reason he's loaded is because of a deep trauma of insecurity in his mind. And that insecurity has made him say, I'm going to work so hard, I'm going to overcompensate. That's what they call it, overcompensate. I got to make so much money to make up for whatever this insecurity is in my mind. So his insecurity works for him in that sense. It's a fuel. It drives him. There's many stories of that, where a guy loses or goes bankrupt or something bad, that trauma motivates him to become great. I'm not knocking that. What I am saying is understand to discern, ladies, when you're being defanged because of a man's insecurities, when you're being de-weaponized, when you're being made docile, when you're being, in a madhouse. Think of a madhouse. When people are submitted to madhouse, they drug them. Those drugs sedates them. Sedate simply means it puts you in a very controllable state. You have no defense, no mental, physical, or otherwise defense. That's what's happening to y'all, ladies. I gave you the lion analogy, and I'm giving you another one. He's admitting you into his madhouse, but that madhouse is beautiful. It comes with trinkets and all kind of, trappings of success. And think about it. Why does the term trappings of success not ring a bell in your head? Why doesn't the alarm go off? The term is trappings of success. And if you look that up, it means having all the material items that gives the impression of someone's being successful. You have the Rolexes, you have the Bugatti, the Bentley, the mansion. All those things are called trappings of success. So ladies, when the man offers you all of this and you can live a life of luxury, trappings of success, you're being trapped. Wake up, you're being trapped. There's no such thing as a free ride or free lunch. So those are some of the reasons. This is the last one, final one. I'm gonna wrap it up. Another reason why I want my woman, whoever I'm with, got to have a job. You gotta work. That's my motto. You gotta work. I'm sorry. I don't want no stay-at-home wife. I don't want that. I don't agree with it. For various reasons. Number one, this is the most important reason why I want my wife to have a job. Now I'm not talking about girlfriends and kids in college and high school. We're talking about adults here. I'm 46, damn near 50 years old. So I'm talking from a grown adult perspective. We're not having elementary school conversations. If you're off that mentality, just change the channel, don't watch the video, whatever. Don't listen to me. Mature adults I'm talking to only. If we have kids, we're gonna have, this is a family here. Nuclear family we're talking about here. If, God forbid, something happens to me, we're all going to die. God forbid something happened to me. If I've been with this woman for 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, however long, and I've adopted this, you don't have to work psychology into her. I've injected that into her. This means this woman is going to be mentally handicapped. She's handicapped when it comes to the workforce, when it comes to being able to shift, adjust, and, strategize and survival skills. Her survival skills are done. I've emphasized her BBLs and her makeup and getting her hair done, all that, beautifying herself is on fleek. She's great for that. When it comes to job skills, balancing a checkbook, money managing skills, how to invest, how to trade the stock market, how to spot trends and, profits and take losses and options, and she has no financial skills. Because all I've done is teach her how to be a trophy wife. She could put on lipstick all day. She know how to beautify her face. Her cosmetic game is. But when it comes to her money management skills, why? Because I've conditioned her to be a trophy wife, not a mother who knows how to shift gears if something happens to me. It don't have to be death. I get sick. Something happened. Life happens. She has no survival skills. For a woman who's been conditioned for 15, 20 years to just be at home, 10 years, however long, trophy wife, she's not going to know how to take care of these kids if something happens to me. That's the main reason why I don't believe in that. Here's what I do. I do agree here. She ain't got to work as hard as me. That I do agree. That I will say. Like, if I'm doing 10, 12 hours, whatever amount of hours a day, she don't need to do that. Whatever she's going to do, she don't even got to work, to be honest with you. But she has to do something. Meaning, when I say she don't got to work, meaning she ain't got to have a traditional 9 to 5. She could go back to school. While I'm holding it down, she goes back to school, learn a trade, learn a skill. Like I said, money management skills, how to balance a checkbook, right? How to attract money. Like, she needs to learn something. I don't want a trophy wife. This is a very specific thing here. I'm not saying I want my woman to work as hard as me and be out there grinding and hustling. No, I'm supposed to make her life easier. She's supposed to make my life easier in some regards, in some aspects. And that's a symbiotic relationship, reciprocity. But I don't believe that she should be staying home, being dumbed down, because that's what's going to happen, right? Idle time is the devil's playground. She's staying home being idle. She's going to be dumbed down. And she's going to be drawn to things that are fruitless and wasteful. She's going to be home scrolling the phone all day, on social media all day. That's what happens. When you leave a child in a candy store, I'm using this analogy, that child is naturally going to be drawn to the candy. There must be some authority around to make sure the child doesn't overeat and destroy him or herself with candy, her teeth. To say, that analogy is how human nature is. When people are left idle, kids or adult, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're going to be drawn to things that are destructive. It's the wave of society. It's the wave that's in the air. You're naturally going to be drawn to the negative. It's called a propensity pull. Propensity pull. You're going to be pulled to what you're going to have an inclination, propensity to be pulled to that which is negative. So when you leave her at home every day with nothing constructive to do, she's going to naturally be drawn to, I'm telling you, it's a setup. It's a setup, ladies. Don't let men do that to y'all. Maintain, at least be able to pay for your own hair when you're ready to get your hair done. At least imagine having to go to your man to get money to do your nails. That's what happens. They don't tell you this. They don't tell you that, I'm going to set up the account in her name. They'll do all of that to trick you. Oh, no, this is an account for her, and I put money in this for her. Fine. Let's say that's the case. You have your own account, lady. It's set up with your name. You can go to the bank whenever you want. Who's putting money in the account, though? You're not working. Because I know that's one of the things you hear. Man, what he's saying is nonsense, because I make sure her account is her account. She has her own account. But who puts money in that account? Who's going to be replenishing that account? Okay, he is, right? Yes, all right. What happens when he's pissed off at you? Ladies, you think this man is perfect? No man is perfect. None of us. You think this man, the minute you do something to piss him off, he has the power to cut off the faucet and turn on the faucet for that account that's in your name. See how stupid that is? So be able to have some independence. I'm not, like I said, Rosie the Riveter, during World War II, that symbol of women's power, women's suffrage. Again, Susan B. Anthony, I don't agree with all the feminist stuff, but the feminist movement, right? Because I'm a dad, I'm a girl dad. I have a daughter. And I'll be damned if I teach her to be totally codependent on another guy and just sit home and let this guy, completely control all your economics. That's stupid. That's stupid. That means if this man wakes up one day and say, I don't want to be with you, he can just throw you out on the street. Think about it, ladies. If one day this same guy who's not letting you go out the house because he's afraid some other guy's gonna snatch you up is out the house, and you're not worrying if some other woman snatch him up. You see the double standard? So if he's out in the house and he's at work or he's doing whatever he's doing, and there's a work wife, because if there's a work husband, there must be a work wife, and he decides to, I want this work wife, he comes home and tells you gotta leave. You're completely at this guy's whim. You're at his whims. You're at his mercy, his capricious nature. Human beings are very capricious. Capricious just simply means sudden urges to just be impulsive. You're at his capricious nature. Ladies, I just don't think that's wise, and I'm not pandering. For all of you out there who be like, oh, he's just pandering to women, he's simping. I'm not pandering, I'm not simping. I'm going to tell you why I don't pander and I don't simp. Because I understand the transient nature of life. Transient means here today, gone tomorrow. It's called the law of impermanency. When you're moving under the Spirit of God, you can't simp. I'm influenced by the Holy Spirit. I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, baptized. I got a bachelor's in theology. I'm in church. I teach in church. Like, doesn't mean I'm exempt or I'm perfect or I'm putting myself above anybody. I still miss the mark. I still fall short of the glory of God. I still need the blood. I still need grace. I'm nothing without Christ. Nothing without Christ. So when I have that psychology, the law of impermanency, meaning nothing is permanent, here today, gone tomorrow, transitory nature of life, even if I have a woman, if I have a wife, I'm not attached to that woman. I'm not, aside from the legal aspect and some emotional aspect, I'm not spiritually codependent or spiritually invested that deeply in that woman, because I understand she could be taken away. The law of impermanency. Everything can be taken away. Everything. So because that's how I function, that's like my job, my car, my house, my daughter, my kid, any and everything can be taken away. So I'm not attached to anything that deeply to where I would simp for it or I would pander. I don't need to pander to women, be a panda bear. Why am I being a panda bear? When I know my true faith is in God. My true hope is in God. My true love is in God. All material things are things given to me by God, and should God decide to take it away, it is what it is. I'll quote Job and I'll wrap it up right here because I'm getting almost 30 minutes. Job says this: God give, God takes, blessed be his name forever. He also says, should I expect good things from God and not evil things only? God give, God take, blessed be his name forever. Naked I came into this world, naked I shall leave this world. God's name be blessed forever. That's how I think. Those are my core beliefs. So I don't pander, I don't simp, but I'm also, because I am a girl dad and I'm teaching my daughter the game, I'm also going to say, maybe that's why I'm making this video, because I'm biased. I am a girl dad. I'm going to admit it. So therefore I am biased. But the bias is also the truth. I'm biased just means I'm partial, and I'm partial towards the truth. And the truth is, ladies, one more thing too, I got to tell you, this just came to me. I see guys telling women, it's only in America that we don't give women $50,000 to date them, or, whatever, $100,000. I've seen these videos. Guys are telling, and I've seen women, give me, guy got to give me this. You got to have this much money to date me. You got to give me this much money to date me. And I've heard the argument being made that it's only in America. In other cultures, these men give women $100,000, $50,000 to take them out to start. It's a lie, first of all. That's not what they do. It's called, I think it's called dowry, which is what you give when you marry someone. In these cultures, it's marriage. It's not just dating, it's marriage. That's one. Two, let's not use these other cultures as a standard or as a bar or as an example or a yardstick. Do not do that. Ladies, do not let them fool you with that nonsense. These same cultures are going to say to you, you want this money? You got to wear a hijab. I think it's called a hijab, meaning that you can't have nothing showing but your eyes. I'm telling you, ladies, if you're going to take that from that culture, that these men are giving women 50 grand, 100 grand, whatever, tell the whole truth. All you women who are jumping up on this idea, understand this. Yes, I'm going to give you 50 grand just to date you, if you want to say the other cultures are doing it. But these same cultures that you're pointing to are going to also say, hey, I'm giving you 50 grand to date you. You can't have no male friends. I think I just lost all the room right now. Every woman in the room just ran out. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hand, ladies. I'm not going to get you in trouble. But every woman in here got male friends. Don't raise your hands. I know the guy you're with, he's going to be upset. So I don't want to get you in trouble. Don't raise your hands. But blink if it's the truth. Just blink twice if it's the truth. Because you all got male friends in your phones. We all know what that means too. Just this don't work, fall back. That's what that means. In these cultures, you can't walk with no other men other than your dad or an immediate family member. These same cultures that y'all are saying, hey, these cultures, look, only in America men don't give women these large dowries or bounties, monies. Only in America. In other cultures, they do this, they do that. Also in other cultures, they stone you. Ladies, if you're walking or talking with another man that's not your husband, you get stoned. You're subject to be stoned. Ladies who are jumping on this, oh yeah, give me this money because other cultures, these other cultures, you cannot walk outside half naked. All of you women in America are showing skin. Even if you're conservative, because I don't want to bash you. I'm not bashing you. Even if you're conservative, you're showing your shoulders. You're showing your cheeks. You're showing your cleavage, your neck. In these other cultures, you have to wear a blanket. In these other cultures, you're like a ghost. You have to wear a blanket and poke out the eyes so you can see. I'm being facetious and I'm being also honest. These cultures, you cannot dress the way you dress, ladies who are saying, yay, yay, this guy's right. These other cultures are giving us money. They're also, these other cultures, again, it's called draconian laws. Draconian laws are laws that are Hammurabi laws. Look it up. Google Hammurabi laws. These are laws that were so strict. And if you infringed on just one, the punishment was so severe. So yes, I get it. Middle East areas, some areas, they give you all this money. Yes, they do. But do you want to live that lifestyle? Do you really want that, what comes with that money? Do you really want that? You don't. I guarantee you don't. You can't have no male friends. Zero. And every woman have male friends in the salsa in America. I'm just going to say every. I'm sure there's one or two that probably don't. But the reality is the majority of women has male friends in this country. You talk with them on the phone. You have lunch with them. You hang out with them. You can't do that in these other cultures. So don't use these other cultures as a yardstick, as a measurement stick, as any kind of standard to say, hey, we're going to point to this culture. Look, they give their women 50 grand, 100 grand. It's normal over there. It's only in America we don't do that. You can't do that without telling the whole story. Tell the whole story. They give these women money, yes, and they also turn them into slaves. They also stole them if they talk and be or seen with any other man. They punish them severely if they walk outside half naked, or if they walk outside with clothes that reveal themselves. Like there's severe punishments over there. You can't, a few months ago, last year, I remember some girl from America went to Dubai and she must have yelled at, she had an argument with the guy at for her rental car or something, and they threw her in jail. I don't know how the story played out, but the moral is you go to jail for just raising your voice at a guy in some of these cultures. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Women, don't be tricked into believing something that's detrimental to you, because that's detrimental to you. Yeah, these cultures give me money. Yeah, okay. Do you understand these cultures will stone you to death too? They'll put you in prison. You'll get like severe lashings and consequence for just walking outside with a shorts on, with your legs showing. So that let's just stop. Let's reel it in. Get a job, ladies. Keep your jobs. Relationship or no, keep your jobs. Don't become codependents. Don't let them fool you into defanging you and removing your teeth. Till next time, peace.